Sup, peoples? Oh my God. The story is that Best Buy is hiring now after they've fired quite a few of the seasonal people. So they're trying to rebolster their forces because they're lacking, I don't know what the hell. Um, I did the interview and I feel like I failed, you know, but ultimately I'm a good fit for the job and I live close by, so to not hire me would just make no much that make not much to make much sense to me or anything. It there were two other people there, so they called three people. They've been doing the interview thing since what's today? They've been doing it since Saturday. So this has been going on a while. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. They've been calling people in. And then out of all of the pool of people that they've interviewed, they're going to pick and choose who gets the call to come in for the third and final interview. And I don't know what else. Background check, P test, all that shit. Um, I detailed my work history, worked for Delta, worked for Target, worked for TSA, worked for Toys R Us. You know, I emphasized the retail thing because this is a retail job. And if you've done retail before, it's all the same. Go in there, you handle the money, you handle the customers, sell things. It's simple, easy. You restock sometimes. Um, it's just throughout the interview, I had this whole like negative outlook kind of thing. Like I don't know if I'm gonna get this shit. But I didn't make it seem like I wanted the job. I didn't make it seem like, I don't want this job. Fuck this job. That tells them right away they're not gonna hire you. They want the guy that's gonna come into work crying, desperate for money. Period. Every job wants that. Doesn't matter what job it is. That's the guy they want. So I made it seem like I was really not totally like I'm above this stuff. Hell no. I will come in and I will do the best I can. I don't care what you do to me. I will do the best job possible ever for Best Buy. It's a good job too. It's a highly sought after type of job because you're not selling a lot of things and you're not going crazy doing a lot of hard, heavy work, and yet you're getting paid decently enough, you know. So I'm totally into that. If they want me to rock that job, I'll rock that job. Fuck. And just a word to the wise, a word from the wise to to be very energetic and upbeat and put your best stuff forward for an interview. Don't fuck it up like me. I fucked it up. Like there was two other guys there, and then I'm talking to the dude, and he's like, you know, this is my first time getting interviewed for Best Buy, so on, etc. But he's done his homework. He knows he's studied what kind of computer stuff that Best Buy sells, and he looked into it and so on. It just sucks, man. Sitting there in front of somebody you've never met and having to talk to them, like tell them everything about you and really sell yourself to them. It's tough, you know, because they're deciding whether you get fucking money, and it's up to them to just if they fuck it up, it's their ass if they hire you and you suck. So they're worried about that. They're worried about if they hire you, you come in and you steal something or you fuck it up or you make a company look bad. All these things are very important to them. They don't want to hire you after that. Like, why do you see mad hot chicks working at Target and Best Buy? They come in with their big titties, they sit down, and the manager's like, "You're hired." And that's simple as it is. It's just like education is a huge thing to a lot of hiring managers out there. You gotta have education credentials, cause like there's some very smart people in this world, and they could easily get them to do the job. Why do they need you? You know, why are you so important to them? Never mind that. I have until Thursday. If I don't get a call on Thursday for come back to the interview, they didn't hire me. Now, does that matter to me? Best Buy would be great because I can get there without even worrying about it. Just fucking take my bike and ride over there. But like, I could definitely roll with like uh um Delta again. I applied for Delta, and you know, if Best Buy doesn't want to have this great employee, I'll do the best I can over at Delta because I was doing really well over there for a while. I was doing well. I loved my job. If I had it my way, I'd do that shit forever, and maybe ultimately, because they see me as potentially a mechanic, because aircraft break down every so often, and certain things are routine when it comes to flying planes. So they need somebody there to fix it. And of course, when people go into aircraft, all kinds of things get torn apart and broken. So you need somebody to fix that, like the armrests tray that comes out. A lot of times I go inside of the aircraft, and I see a mechanic in there fixing the tray because somebody pulled it up and broke it during the flight. So that happens sometimes, and that's what they need a mechanic for. You gotta have a degree, and you gotta go to a specialized school where they teach you everything and anything about how to fix an aircraft. Delta, you have to have a degree, and then Delta actually gives you the correct training. Degree means shit when it comes to the correct training. They send you to a special school, and then I suppose a degree just means that you are capable of sitting down and reading and studying a book and then passing a test, which is what the schooling is all about. So that's the doorway to that whole thing. Can I do that anyway? Do I need? Truth be told, there are guys who have been working the ramp at Delta, and then they just applied for the upgrade to mechanic, and they went into school and they learned because they were smart enough anyway. Maybe the managers around the place knew who they were. They knew they were smart chaps, and they said, okay, let's just put you through the education system and you'll become a mechanic. You can do that. It's all about the performance leader. If he notices that you're like 20 something and you're smart and you're better off making that good money doing mechanic instead of uh bullshit ramp agent, then you can stick it to ramp. I would have stuck to ramp. I don't want to. When you get a job, when you get old and stuff, the thing you can do is either you can decide to do harder work for more money, or you can stay where you are and just chill and make that measly paycheck. But still, if you're smart, you'll find a way around having to work hard. And that's what I did back in. I was so stupid to leave Delta because I found the sweet spot. DC fucking I. You know those little Delta connection planes? You get paid the same money to do those flights, and yet you're sitting down for a whole hour waiting for a flight to come in. And on the days when it rains heavily, they don't fly those planes. So you come to work and you get that pay and you don't do work. You know, I found, and I could have stayed there and done DCI for the rest of my career at Delta. Would it have been a hassle to have to get up and go out there in the freezing cold and marshal aircraft and take out baggage and stuff like that? Sure. But I'm getting paid the same, and yet somebody out there is having to deal with a 7.5 that's full of peppers and all kinds of cargo. Some of the guys there are just like, I don't care, I'll do the hard work. You know, that's good for Delta, that you're stupid enough to want to work harder than you should have to. I would rather be a ticket agent, sit there and watch everybody downstairs do all the work. That's what the ticket agents do. The saddest thing is like I'm out there getting gangrene from the freezing cold, and there's a ticket agent girl just looking at me through the window upstairs in the jetway. You know, nice and warm in there. I asked her, "You want to switch jobs?" She's like, "Hell no." So that shows what's going on. They're getting paid the same $11 an hour, and yet I'm freezing and nearly dying from the fucking job. So why would you want to do that? Who the fuck? How crazy are you to want? You qualified for ticket agent. If you can do ramp, you can do tickets. It's just same shit, different place. Some of the guys there were like, "Oh, ticket agents have it rough. They got spit on." I've nearly gotten crushed by machinery. I've nearly, and so many millions of things that I've slipped and nearly got my foot sliced. You never think that's gonna happen to you in your life. That you're gonna have this moment where you realize an inch further to back, and I would have had a serious injury that would change me for the rest of my life and probably eliminate my ability to get a job after this. Count your blessings, man, because I didn't, whatever grace of God, uh, God help us. And I got this far with all my limbs, when it very much could have not happened that way. And in fact, I got pushed down by one of the guys there. I was just like, trying to go grab a bag that was gonna slip, and the guy just, he's trying to present himself as being my superior, and so he just literally physically hit me and pushed me on the floor, to show that he's a badass at lifting baggage. You know, I always say to myself, that's one of the jokes about being black. You're in a situation where you're beating each other down and stepping on the top of each other to get to last place. What the hell are you so happy about, guy? You're knocking me on the floor. You are a baggage chucker. You're not somebody of super importance. But there you go. These guys were very determined and passionate about licking the ass cheeks of old white men. So that's who they are. That's what they wanted to do with their lives when they got older. I do not have that intention, I can assure you. You know, if you study and work hard at that stuff and learn, you can get somewhere. You're not going to be the boss, but you don't have to be totally rock bottom in this world. There are they will appreciate someone, anyone of intelligence every time, because those people are extremely valuable and extremely rare. A computer programmer is something like you can't find that easily. That's why those people are banking it these days. And provided I get into Best Buy, the options to do what I need to do are going to be just that much more expanded, you know. Hopefully. No guarantees, man. No guarantees. I'm working on what I gotta do. I'm working on it. I have no idea. I have no idea. You know, you can't just sit around at home and chill. You have to have a job somewhere, doing something. You know, that's what that's what I have to do. That's why I gotta do it. I gotta think about what the plan is. What's the plan if this doesn't work out? If Best Buy doesn't call me back in, most likely Delta will call me because they are expanding Terminal 4, and by May they're going to have a bunch of new flights going out. JFK is going to become a major Delta hub very soon. It's already a big Delta hub, but then it's really going to become a huge Delta hub. very soon. So they're going to need, and I implore people to apply for the position if you would like to fly all over the world, and they are hiring. They will hire you because to have people there to just throw the bags into the plane and close the door so that they don't have to think about it anymore is a great thing for them. And if you have the opportunity to just jump on a plane and go somewhere, Japan, China, and for free, and have your whole family go too, have plan a whole family, because like I was planning to have my whole family go places while working for Delta. I had this idea. Let me let them all go wherever they want to go. Nice little perk. And then I fucked it up. I went to TSA. TSA does not have that, and you're getting, it's a regular ass government job. You go somewhere, you sit down, you do something, and then that's it. You can't, like, one day after working at Delta, I said to myself, let me go to Minnesota right now. And I did. I went all the way to Minnesota. I never thought for the life of me I'd be able to go to Minnesota just for the hell of it. And I did. Then I said, you know what? Let me go right back. And I went back. So that's the power of working in Delta Ramp. Problem is, you're the lamest person in the world. You don't get no respect whatsoever from the public. You know what I mean? Never mind that. This is gonna work out for me, man. I was planning to get some pussy from one of the girls at Toys R Us. While I was working there, there's like, there's like a bunch of good-looking young women. Nice black chick, big titties, cute little skinny black girl, some hot Italian girl. Man, she looked like a freak, the Italian bitch. So there was a benefit to working at Toys R Us. You go there, you're just working your job, you're thinking you're doing your thing, and then some bitch was just showing. Well, the way they dressed, a lot of the girls working at Toys R Us, they're young teens and 20s, so they're very much like a lot of girls. They put their bodies on display. So I was just having a good time. You know, there was plenty of titties to enjoy working at Toys R Us. Best Buy too. I remember one day I went into Best Buy to buy some shit on Black Friday. And one of the girls at the cashier was just smoking ridiculously hot. I don't know. Hope she still works here. Her body was nice. Want to fuck the shit out of her. You know? You know how it is. I see girls every day, man. Bitches, it's like being in a freaking candy store. This freaking world. It's like titties to me are like candy balls, you know. And I go out a lot, and I just walk around, and it's like being surrounded by candy every day. Got big titty candy balls. I just want to fucking jump all over the. At least this time I was interviewed by a man. That's the one thing that's better about this interview. You know, he was more of a. I think he was like. I hope anyway. He understands who I am, what my situation is. You know, We're all brothers in a sense. So it's like I read one day on the internet. There's two kinds of bosses. There's the boss that will see you watching porn online and ask you what site is that, so that he can enjoy it too. Then there's a second type who says, turn that off and get back to work. You know, I don't know who these assholes are that have such a loyalty to these companies. Because I know for sure the company doesn't have loyalty to them. But you have those out there. You have guys that legitimately think that the harder they work for the company, the more the company's going to care about them. The company does not care. It does not care. Only time they care is when it's their ass on the grass. Because in a lot of ways, they need you. They just don't want you to think they need you. You know? So that would make you have some kind of power over them. So when times get tough and they can't find anybody else to do the job, that's when you can bargain and you can say, hey, I'm not going to do all this stuff unless you give me more money and more benefits. But to keep their worker base completely, you know, uh, obedient and dull and just drone like is the way they want to keep you, because thinking for yourself and being intelligent and shit wouldn't really be helpful to them in their way, in the way they want to continue to have a cheap pool of labor come in. How do I feel? Like crap. I know I messed up. You know, you're supposed to put your best foot forward during an interview. You're not supposed to just blase through it. And that's what I did. I kind of drifted through the interview like a little log in a water pond. But what the fuck am I interviewing for? A fucking law firm or some shit like that? When you go for that job, or even pilot, you better have your summa cum laude Harvard degree. You know, you better come in with the highest vocabulary in the world. You better sound like you know what the fuck you're talking about. You know, those are very important things to us. You're gonna be a doctor or something like that. These are top of the line medical professionals sitting on millions of dollars. So you need to actually put your best foot forward there. I'm going for a retail job, selling toys and TV sets. You know, the worst thing that can happen is that you fuck up an order and you short someone some change when you open a cashier. I'm losing my mind over that. I gotta get back into fucking perspective here. Perspective, you know what I mean? There's people in this world suffering various kinds of insanely terrible diseases. Mind you, there are children starving in the world. There are, these are things that are occurring um, out there, and nobody's helping them. And some kid right now is buried alive. There's so many things going on, and you know, it's a pity. It's a damn shame. Uh, Ultimately, I, you know, the the real objective here is to somehow have money in my pocket. That's it right now. Gotta have some kind of income. And then since I've discovered choline, because right now one of the reasons I got through the interview rather quickly is because this choline stuff, which I've been taking, has really relaxed my brain so that it doesn't get so antsy about things like it used to. It's tough to quit jerking off and just live and chill because right now I'm thinking about I want to go watch some porn, but I'm not gonna do that. You know, the great thing about getting a job at Best Buy would be that I get up and go to work, and I wouldn't have to worry about all this butt sex going on the internet. I would just be like, all right, I'm at work. I'm thinking about work. So that's why I really need. Cause right now, after I finish this video, most likely I'm gonna go check out some porn, and it's gonna be a black guy dick, digging deep into the asshole of some blonde, blue-eyed white girl, and it's gonna be quite nice. I don't know, man. Uh, While I think about that kind of thing, it's awesome. It's awesome to me that something like that exists. That's racial harmony at its at its most you know really strength. Racial true peace between races right there. Uh, I hope I can meet a girl like that. I know I've been when I was at TSA. It's like Whiteapalooza up in there, man. It's like the Brady Bunch reunion every single day. It's pure middle class, you know, eh level white people going along and taking a flight somewhere. So, you know, I've seen a whole fucking spectrum of whiteness. I didn't grow up with white people, but I can say I've glanced their culture more now than I have in the past. There's some white girls that are very, it's like valley-ish, you know what I mean? Ditzy girly valley-ish. And then one day this white girl came in sporting nothing but baggy pants and a backwards hat, and she was just so cute. She was all acting black and shit. It was hilarious. That was cute. I was like, I want to fuck that girl. If I could get a girlfriend like that, that'd be hilarious. You know what I mean? That must be funny to them, you know? Oh, I'm black now. Ha ha ha. Well, I'm really black, so, it's just not that funny to me. You'll join the club someday, my dear. Maybe it'll take a couple generations. You'll be black at some point. Nothing different about it. I like titties, I like pussy, I like ass, I like girls too. Same shit, different race. You know, there's benefits. And if you mix races, the thing I miss about TSA is just you've seen TSA. It's like they have every race as a part of that organization. Every single race is a part of it. So you are amongst every kind of titties you can possibly be amongst. You know, I've seen every kind of titty there is. Big, freaking huge black girl titties, ridiculously huge Latina girl titties, and ass. There's this one thing about Latina girls is the titties and the ass come in equal measure most of the time, and it's just a beautiful sight. And then it's like I met mad Spanish girls in the TSA. This one girl who, she was a new hire, and her name's Diana. She can play the guitar. She's just fucking 20. She's not going to school. She's just getting a fucking job. It's kind of strange to be 20 something. I'm 20 fucking 6, and yet I'm here with this 20-year-old, fucking way younger than me, and she's fucking gorgeous, and I want to fuck crap out of her. But I have to teach her how to do the job. And she talking to me like I'm somebody older and wiser. You know how fucked up that is? I'm not that fucking person, and yet she's under the impression that I'm a professional security TSA guy, full uniform shit. All I'm thinking in my head is I want to grab your huge tits. She didn't have ass. She had a very nice face, big titties, no ass whatsoever. But I'm thinking in my head, I just want to fuck the crap out of you. And she's there talking like, is this correct? Am I doing it right? Do. That's a trip, man. I've never actually had to deal with young females. You know, she's like, she's like, she was having we were talking about stuff, and of course, the question comes up, do you want to have kids one day? And she's like, I'll do it at some point, but I just don't know. I can't imagine what it must be like to give birth. That's something I've never fucking thought about when it comes to girls. What goes through their head when they think about that part of life? Oh, I have to pop out a kid at some point. And here she is. She's 20. She's got all the equipment necessary to do the job. And, you know, she wants a specific kind of penis. She doesn't want any dude, that kind of thing. She was she was willing to let me fuck her. You know, dick is dick. She didn't give a shit. She was willing to let me fuck her. She doesn't want me to be the father of her kids, but at the same time, she wouldn't mind having just a fuck buddy or something like that. So, but the way girls, the way girls figure out whether you're worth, giving up the pussy for, is they test you mentally. They ask you trivia questions, or they see if you have any debate skills, or if you intelligent in any capacity whatsoever. And that's what they do. That's what their whole operandi is. That's their MO. Um, a male doesn't give a shit about that fucking bullshit. He just wants to rip off your clothes and slam your pussy or your butthole, whichever. So there you go. You don't need to do 20 questions. She was literally just like trying to test me to see if I was smart, if I knew anything about the government and politics. And I'm just thinking, you know what I fucking want to do to you right now? Put my dick right up in your mouth. You know, she was so fucking cute, man. It's like she's like she's her body was nice, man. When a female is 20 years old, it's a wonderful fucking sight, man. Her body is in shape. The skin is soft and just beautiful. She was one of two Latina girls I met there. One was 20, she was 20, and the other one was 21. You know, um, the other girl, the other girl was very smart. Freakishly intelligent, and she was working on her master's degree at 21. Um, and she was hot. She had this cute, big tittied little body. She had these stupid glasses on. When she took those glasses off, I'm talking supermodel looks, you know, and I was just blown off the face of the planet when she took them glasses off, and she just looked so good. And of course, she's just 21, so she was really in her freaking peak when it comes to being a female. And she's one of them smart bitches with with a great body, great face, who's like not even acknowledging how hot she is, that kind of thing. She claims that her boyfriend respects her for who she is. And I'm just thinking, you gotta be kidding me, you fucking dumb bitch. Are you serious? You got that kind of body and you think that your goddamn boyfriend wants you for your brain and your intellect? Oh, shut the fuck up. But that's how some girls think. It's a psychotic bullshit. They think that, they have to test your brain. Because I suppose it's because you women want the guy who's going to be able to make a lot of money. And that's the weed out. They want to find that guy who's got the big bucks potential. He's got smarts. He's gonna be able to provide a lot of money and shit. Yeah. But anyway, what can I say about women in this country? They're a big mess. Big fucking mess. It doesn't matter if he's got that already. That's the thing I'm trying to say. Girls. It doesn't matter if a guy has that potential already. When he has a girl that is gorgeous and she sucks his dick dry, he'll go out and move mountains for that. Why what the hell are you trying to say with your little attempts to challenge and prove something about men? All he wants is a beautiful wife to come home to. Why do you think there are men dying in war, getting shot, jumping around and fighting and shit over in all these countries? They got pussy to go back to that they love. It's really that simple. I remember I was going to high school and all I could think about was I want, if there was a guy harming a girl, I would kick his ass. If anything was gonna harm one of these beautiful girls at this school, I would whoop its ass. That's all I could think about. That's why I'm big and muscular because I'm not a freaking faggot. I like women. I want to protect them. So that's how I developed myself. I developed a need to be a man in a lot of ways. But it's all going to fucking waste. It can't, it's hard to be a man in a world where women are bullshitty and like you know, if a guy's a good guy, just suck his dick. Give him something to come home to. Care about life, about wanting to continue his job. You know, shit. Don't make life suck. Make life awesome. Um, yeah, man. I'm fitting to go out right now. It's just that it's mad cold. But beautiful thing about the summertime is hopefully it's gonna come. I remember I went to work a lot during the summer during Delta, and one of the wonderful things about going to work and having to sit on the train for the long, long, long train ride there during the summertime was ass and titties all over the place. You know, God's gift to man just right there in front of you when you're sitting on the train. Well, you wonder to yourself, it's because it's hot. It's not necessarily because they want the attention. I know this girl was just boobs all over the place one day on the train, and then like she covered herself up after I was staring at it mad long. But ultimately, I think yeah, she's just fucking hot. She just wants to get the titties out and breathe somewhat. That's all. And it was a wonderful day. That's all I care about when it comes to the New York in the summertime. Now it's shitty, man. It's like I go out there and it's like I'm trying to check out a girl, but it's hard because she's all fucking wearing clothes and shit. So it's hard, you know. But as soon as the fucking summertime comes around, you're gonna see the whole, you know, you're gonna get an anatomy lesson on the female body real quick. Stay tuned for that, my friends. That's one good thing about this shit, this fucking life. You go along, maybe you get older, and then there's that. And you see, it looks so good too. I've never actually had that experience of like just putting my face into a pair of wonderful breasts and the warmth of it all, and I felt what it might be like. I've had an inkling of it. That's about it. Hopefully one day it's just, awesome, happy, wonderful experience, and that's it. You know, everybody working anywhere is fucking. So join the club. You know, uh, uh, kids everywhere. I don't hate kids, but I don't like them much either because they're just boring. You can't fuck them. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, what the hell are you doing today? Kind of thing. You know, just doing nothing. Just being a kid. If I had it my way, I would just be like sitting right here and then be surrounded by ass and titties. And that's it. I wouldn't have to deal with no kids, no other dudes. That's the worst. When you have to deal with another dude constantly, it's war. When you have to deal with a bitch, it's a whole lot more interesting. If you get tired of hearing her mouth, you can just check her body out, pretty much. And that's usually what I do. I don't, more or less, I'm just checking out her lips and her little cute face and little eyes, little beady eyes the girls have. And I'm just enjoying the sight. She's talking shit. She's trying to sound all intelligent and smarter than you and better than you. And I'm just looking at her body, big, delicious, dangly ass titties. And it makes me wonder, what what is it? How do you learn to live with big, giant titties dangling off your chest like that? And they're just dead meat. They're not really capable of moving or anything. There's no muscle in a titty. How do you live with that? It's probably quite a struggle. Or they get used to it after a while. It's just a normal thing to them to have big, heavy sacks of titties on their chest. No big deal. Because I've seen girls with little titties, and they seem fine, a lot more comfortable than the girl who's got to deal with so much baggage, heavy, 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 big titties that they have to deal with. I mean, like that Garcia girl. We're working a job one day, and she's coming into the aircraft, and her titties are dangling there, and it's just, I'm thinking to myself, you know, it's probably throwing her off balance when she's trying to climb up the thing. But she seemed really like, she got used to it after a while. When the titties came in, what women probably do is they have to learn to walk again. They have to learn to rebalance themselves. And so, despite it all, she didn't you know she didn't seem to be having trouble. She's like really very used to having titties, so it's not something that's even a problem anymore. Probably was at first. I'm pretty sure when a girl gets titties, it's like, what the hell am I? How do I deal with this? But you know, I don't even think she was rocking a bra that day. She's just letting it fucking swing. And that was great. That was wonderful. 'Cause I can see right down her shirt. And her titties are just ridiculous. That's what Latina blood is all about, man. You get big titties, you get big juicy ass, and you get all the fucking white privileges along with it. You get extra privilege because you're a hot Latina. You know what I mean? God damn. I saw like this cute Latina uh family, like a little girl and her sister and her other sister, and it's interesting to look at kids from the perspective of someone like my age. It's like, one day you're not even gonna care about this little tit tat you're having with your sisters. You're gonna be having big titties. You're gonna have big ass. You're gonna be the hottest bitch in the world. It's the little stuff that we take and we believe is the most important thing in the world as kids. It's not gonna fucking matter later anyway. You know, it's like when you see a little girl, it's funny. It's because like I don't think she even thinks what the hell I'm gonna have to be dealing with. What kind of big swinging bags are gonna come popping out of my chest one day and stuff like that. You know, it's just funny. I like to. It's funny. One day, you can tell which girls are gonna be hot, which is not gonna be. You know, she's gonna that girl I saw was gonna be pretty, pretty, pretty. Now, I see a lot of Latina girls on because I live in the Bronx. This is pretty much blacks and Latinos area, so I see mad Latino people every day and their kids, and yeah, man, you can tell which ones are gonna be having money and power and respect, getting the all the good stuff. You can tell. So I was like, yeah, that little girl's gonna like, I don't know. When you see a pretty, pretty, pretty little girl, you think to yourself, yeah, she's gonna get every fucking guy in the room later in life. You ever go to high school and like there's this one Latino girl and she's just this complete diva princess and she's hot, you know. She's got titties, she got ass, and she's that cheerleader girl you wish you could get, but no, she's got that guy over there, that big jock douchebag guy. That's what I'm saying. That's like when I'm thinking about those girls that I see and stuff. They're gonna be that. You know, I particularly I like seeing that 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 like their personality before they become the diva crazy bitch. You know, they're just a little cute, happy little child before they get to the point where they're just swinging titties all over the place and saying, "Look at me, every boy, look at me." So I'd like to see that. It's just so fucking frustrating, man. I gotta wait until Best Buy calls. I wish they would just like call me and not fucking. I don't like interviews. What's an interview all about anyway? It's a technicality. It's something that he's forced to do, the manager. I think, why do you need to talk to somebody about anything? The fuck are you talking about? Ask him simply if he's ever done something similar to this before. And if he has, you don't need to go any further. Do the criminal background check and roll on. Why do the interview? Are they trying to figure out whether you're some sort of super genius and you don't deserve to be working a shitty retail job? I have no fucking clue. Hmm. Anyway, before this thing goes on too long, I am totally gonna try to avoid skeeting today and avoid skeeting tomorrow and just hopefully succeed at that. But I have not had success. The much I've tried, I've had no success. Like I said, it's like trying to hold back an elephant. It's like holding to hold back a rocket ship. You're tugging, you're pulling, and the thing's going whether you want it to or not. And I don't know what to do about that. Signing off. I'll see you on the flip side.